Hello friends and welcome. I think you might notice something different about my two eyes today, and it relates to the topic that we're going to be talking about. As we all know, we can't stop the signs of aging, but thankfully there are ways to minimize the effects. Whether we're in our 50s or our 80s, we can feel even better if we look as good as we feel. One of the areas where aging most noticeably takes its toll is our eyes. We can look more tired and even unhealthy since the loss of elasticity and collagen can create a wide variety of issues, from fine lines to texture and crepiness to hooded eyes. And hooded eyes are what we're going to be focusing on today. Some of us are born with hooded eyes, and some of us develop hooded eyes later as that skin in our eye area starts to change. And I'm certainly among the latter. And I've heard from many of you via my weekly newsletter and through this channel who, like me, have also developed hooded eyes later in life. There are some great makeup techniques that we can use to help our hooded eyes look their best. And I put a link to two videos that I've done on this topic that I think you'll find helpful that are in the description box below. But today, I'm very excited to share with you an actual product that I've recently discovered that can truly be a game changer for those of us with hooded eyes. Now, I've never before devoted an entire video to just one type of beauty or makeup product, but I decided to do it this time because so many of us are dealing with the challenge of hooded eyes. Before I share this product with you and demonstrate it, I want to say thank you to those of you who are returning to this channel and also welcome those of you who are here for the very first time. My name is Elise, and as a makeup artist whose mission is helping older women like myself look and feel their confident best, I absolutely love sharing with you makeup tips, techniques, and products each Thursday that can make a big difference for us now. So if this mission resonates with you, I do hope you'll subscribe before you leave today. Now, on to some information about the product that I mentioned earlier for hooded eyes and a demonstration on using that product. The product that I've discovered is called Lids by Design, and it's from a company called RX Contours. And here's what the product looks like that they've developed. Now, I have to say up front that RX Contours is not sponsoring this video, but the owner, Tarte, has been very kind to send me this product, along with another product that helps with the application process of these strips, so I can test them and share the results with you. Britain has created an eyelid correcting tape, which, after application, lifts the eyelids, creating a more defined crease. Depending on the size of the correcting tape used, the application of this tape can greatly reduce and even eliminate the look of hooded eyes, which helps our eyes look bigger, brighter, and more awake. What's really interesting about this tape is that it looks and feels like skin, and it becomes translucent on most skins, so it's invisible, so they can be worn no matter how light or deep our skin tone is. In many cases, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and this is definitely one of those cases. I not only have one picture, but 4 different before and after photos I want to share with you. If you have sensitive eyes like I do, I think you'll really be glad to know that these strips are also dermatologist tested, they're made in Germany, they're hypoallergenic, latex-free, and they're also free of any irritating residue or sticky glue because they're made from organic-based adhesives. If applied correctly, they'll last on the lid for 24 hours. They also come in multiple sizes, from 3 millimeters to 8 millimeters, so you can determine the level of lift that's best for your eyes. Here's what the different sizes look like. When you purchase them, you get 80 strips, a tweezer that's helpful in removing the correcting strips from their background sheet, and a very detailed application guide. Plus, I must say there are also all kinds of helpful visuals, videos, and support information on the RX Contours website, as well as on their YouTube channel. So first, let me go over the steps involved in application, and then I'll actually apply the strips. As you can see, I have one already on this eye, and I'm sure you can see the difference between these two eyes. First, it's important to prep the eyelid properly. The skin should be free of any oil, moisturizers, or makeup. RX Contours does make prep pads, which work really well. The prep pads gently exfoliate and have a texture that captures dirt, oil, and dead skin in its fabric. And it also has vitamin B5, which is a moisturizer and a healing agent. Step 2 is to find the area where your eyelid is folding over. You can do this by finding the line of your fold on your eyelid. Step 3 is to carefully remove the strips with the tweezers that come with the strips. This has to be done carefully since if the corners get damaged, the strips won't adhere properly to the skin. And here's what the tweezers look like. As you can see, they're very sharp, and there is a little plastic piece that's at the very end, which is important to keep so you can keep them covered after you use them. Next, place the strip across the eyelid fold and gently twist the tweezer to release the strip. When doing this step, it's also helpful to lift your brows and gently tilt your head back so you can keep your eyes slightly open to see the fold. Lifting the brows helps get any excess skin out of the way so the strips can be placed on a smooth surface. Once again, I'll demonstrate this technique when I apply the strips in just a few moments. The last step is to hold down the strips with your finger or the side of the tweezer. This helps ensure that the strips bond to the skin. So it's very important to really hold them down for a few seconds all the way across each strip. So this application process definitely takes some practice, and there is a bit of a learning curve involved. So you can always peel off a strip and keep practicing with that same one. Once you have the placement down, put a fresh strip on and it will stay in place all day. So let me go ahead and demonstrate. I'm going to use the largest strip, which is 8 millimeters, and put it on my right eye. The first step of prepping the eyelid is really important for the strips to adhere thoroughly. And before even unfolding the prep pad, it's helpful to gently rub it across one eyelid and then turn it over and gently rub it across the other eyelid. And I like to get the whole eyelid area and the lashes as well. It's also helpful to go under the bottom eyelashes with the edge. Let me show you. The prep pads come in a sealed package like this one. As you can see, this one is open because I've used it on the left eye first. And here's what the pad looks like when you first take it out. So I'm going to just use it this way across my eyelid. And I've not put anything else on my eyelid. No eye cream, no primer, nothing. It's bare skin. I'm going to turn it over and I'm just going to do another swipe. I'm going to go under my eyes as well. And then it folds out to this size. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to do another pass. This helps exfoliate the skin, which we really never do either. So that's a nice benefit to these prep pads as well. Then it's important to wait for that area of the eyelid to fully dry. So here's the backing that the strips are on. I'm going to take one gently off with a tweezer and then apply it across the fold of my eye. And to do this, I need to get my glasses on so I can make sure I carefully pull up the edge of the strip. So one way to help get these off more easily is to fold the strip like this so you can more easily get to the edge of each eyelid strip. You also want to have the tweezer on the outer edge of the corrective strip. This enables you to hold onto it so you can see better. That way you'll really be able to see what you're doing. And always remember to put the curved side up over the fold line of your eye. So you can see I have the strip in the tweezer. Then I'm going to tilt my head back so I can see where the fold is. Place the strip on my eye. I'm going to hold it in place. I'm going to press down all the way across the strip so it bonds effectively to my eyelid. And it really becomes invisible if you have it bonded well. And I think you can see what a difference this has made. In fact, I did a better job of applying this one than I did this one earlier. I'm still definitely on a learning curve of applying these. Now, a question often comes up about whether eyeshadow can be applied over these corrective strips. Eyeshadow won't adhere well to the strips or show up well unless there's a non-mineral application done first with a pencil. So Contours RX makes something called their Color Set Pencil. This pencil creates a neutral base primer, which then creates a smooth canvas for eyeshadow application. Since eyeshadow placed on the skin looks different than eyeshadow placed on the corrective strips, the Color Set Pencil can be applied over the strips and over the rest of the eyelid to create one smooth surface on which to apply eyeshadow. This helps the eyeshadow adhere more evenly and vibrantly. The Color Set Pencil can also be used as a highlighter pen on the inner corner of the eye or under the brow arch or above the Cupid's bow. Unfortunately, they were sold out of the pencil on their website, so I pulled out my Anastasia of Beverly Hills Duo highlighter to see if it might work just as effectively as the Color Set Pencil. This is the ABH Duo that I'm referring to. Unfortunately, it didn't work. It just wasn't the right color. So what's interesting is that I can apply eyeshadow above where the strip ends, which will be in my crease. So that can be very effective, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette just so we can see what a little additional eyeshadow will do for the look of the eyes. So I'm taking the two lightest colors from the eyeshadow palette and just applying above where I've attached the corrective strip, and putting it in the crease and slightly above the crease so it will show. So I think you can see that you can put eyeshadow on effectively this way. As long as you're not putting it over the corrective tape, you're just fine. I think it would also work just to put my eyeshadow primer after I put on the corrective strip and put the eyeshadow primer above the strip going up to my eyebrow. I didn't do that today, but I really do think that could work. And let me do the other eye too, so we have two matching eyes. It's also interesting that I really don't feel these strips on my lids. Occasionally I just feel it a little bit, but certainly doesn't bother me in any way, which I think is pretty amazing. And I'm taking a little bit deeper brown and I'm just going with that on the outer part. So I went ahead and applied a little bit more eyeshadow and also added mascara so you can see what a final eye look looks like. Here it is. I hope this information and demonstration has given you a good sense of what these corrective strips can do for hooded eyes and how they work. I know I will definitely be using them often, especially since I can apply eyeshadow over the top of them. And I also want to let you know that Britton at Contours RX has very generously offered a discount code that you can use to get 20% off any product on the RX Contours Lids by Design website. And this discount code is good through the end of October 2022. So I want to thank Britton for making this available to all of you. The code is Elise in all caps 20, and it will be listed on my description box through October of 2022. And I hope in the comments section below you'll let me know if you've used any products for hooded eyes and what your thoughts were on these products. Until next week, I hope you stay happy and healthy and have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care.